Episode 25. I called this one the rainy season because it was the beginning of us getting into the PNW, Northern California, Oregon coast rainy season.
But did we really have any rain? I don't remember.
We escaped a lot of it. Well, the whole point of this was that we were trying to escape the bad weather, much like the trip that we're on right now.
And we just flitted around
Granted,
doing our thing.
We kind of had to embrace the bad weather for the trip that we're on right now. Can you go ahead and look and see what the date was that we ended up in Ashland and we went to Clyde's, please? Clyde's Corner?
October 15th?
Is that right? So this trip is technically October 10th through October 15th. And we are recording in the van at Nehalem Bay Campground.
State Park.
Nehalem Bay State Park Campground in Nehalem, Oregon.
Which is the North Coast.
Which...
I think. Yeah, that would be the North Coast.
Northern Coast? Central Northern
I think
Coast?
It's North Coast.
I gotta take this off.
I told you.
I know you did.
Do you want the window open more?
Yeah, open the window a little bit more. Had to turn the fan off because the fan makes too much noise. So this trip started on October 10th, went until October 15th, but I'm going to include some extra days at the end of this, so it's technically not going to be an end date of October 15th, but the days that we're going to get to until I otherwise specify is October 10th through October 15th. We started going south. We went to Early's Baking It in Eureka, California, because I love their bread pudding, but the ones that we got
the very first time
were better than the ones that we got most recently during this trip.
Because that was only our second time going, right?
It might have been. It might have only been our second time. Ow. You told me not to do that.
I did. But does she call it the cinnamon pull apart?
You get the cinnamon pull apart.
Was...
Hit my head again.
Was just as good this time. It's definitely where it's at. It's like, I think she uses chunks of cinnamon rolls.
Yeah.
And puts them in like a pull-apart bread, like in a muffin tin to make it like a pull-apart, and then puts glaze all over it.
And it has a glaze. My bread pudding that I got just wasn't as good as I remember it being. It was really moist the first time we got it, and this one wasn't quite as moist, and it needs moisture. I think bread pudding needs moisture. I don't like a drier bread pudding.
There's a dog begging for it.
There is a dog begging for it. We left there. I wanted coffee, and I love Witness Coffee in Eureka, so we went to Witness Coffee so that I could get some beans, and we ended up at a Vista Point for dinner. What?
I'm just listening because this is all new to me.
I lived it, but I don't remember it. We went to a Vista Point for dinner. I imagine we probably had salads. And we ended up at the Douglas City Campground for the night, and we recorded an episode. I don't remember what the Douglas City Campground was.
I remember the Vista Point.
Do you?
Yeah, it's the one where it was a really big one overlooking a valley, and the bathrooms were behind us, and we both walked to the bathroom, and there was a man in his van sitting there reading his book to our right, and then he tried to leave. Or somebody tried to leave and sat in the entrance. You're not going to remember.
No, I'm thinking of the one that we sat at Hell's Canyon with the guy in the van that slept there that night, where the bathrooms were behind us and we were overlooking a canyon.
Oh, yeah. I'm trying to remember.
We got up the next morning and we were going to paddleboard, but we were passing a barbecue spot that, I don't know, did we have J&J's Smokin' Barbecue saved already, or did you just find it?
No, we had it saved.
We had it saved, so we decided to stop because they had breakfast burritos, and we got the Mom Bomb. Mom, like mom, mama, mommy. Mom Bomb with bacon, sausage, and ham. All the meats. And I said I was kind of disappointed in the price for the size. I didn't think it was necessarily great for two people to share. And it was good, but not great. I liked it. I think I would get it again. But it wasn't my favorite burrito. Like yesterday, we went and got whale bites, and it just, like, nothing compares to whale bites. There's just nothing with a burrito as good as whale bites. And then I got a day-old rack of ribs that were good, and they were baby back ribs, and they were definitely fall apart, and I enjoyed them very much after our paddleboarding session. But I do wish that I had just put my name down and gotten a fresh rack that day. I know you told me to.
And who told you to?
You're shaking your head. You told me to do it. I should have gotten a fresh rack that day. Just, like, nothing beats good, fresh baby back ribs.
So we did that, and then we headed on to paddleboard, and we went to Lewiston Lake, which, do you remember it?
Yeah. That was the one we were worried about the water quality.
Yeah, and we went to the marina, and the woman at the marina finally pointed out what blue-green toxic algae looks like to me, so now I know what to look for, which was nice. But that was an enjoyable paddle. It's a long, skinny lake, so it was almost river-like. It was really calm. The water was clear and pretty.
We paddled to the dam.
You didn't let me go all the way to the dam, as usual. And then do you remember all the birds we were sitting under when we thought we were going to sit and chill? And then I was like, let's paddle back a little bit.
Yeah, so you thought we were going to get pooped on.
Well, no, we don't want to get pooped on. So that was fun. It was cool. It was definitely cool that day. But it wasn't super windy, so it wasn't terrible. I'd go back there. It was pretty.
I'd go back because I want more of J&J's smoking barbecue.
But not the breakfast burrito.
I would get the breakfast burrito again.
I want more nog.
We don't have any nog. Sorry, I messed up and didn't...
Oh, we're supposed to have nog.
I didn't get any for this trip.
Where did we go that night? Did we go to Home Depot?
Am
I way ahead of myself?
We went to Home Depot that night.
But did we do anything before that?
Yeah, we tried. That was the one. I tried going to the one Maple Winery that said it was open on Google Maps, and we got there and the gate was closed, and then I called, and apparently they are by reservation only, so we weren't able to go in there. And then we went to When Pie Meets Bread, and I got a piece of cheesecake, and Whitney got a caramel brookie, and I think caramel brookie is the way to go, unless they have a piece of cheesecake that I actually want, because I ended up getting the coffee, whatever the coffee one was, and it was good, but it wasn't what I wanted, and I got it just because I had my heart set on getting a piece of cheesecake from there. And then we also got the almond croissant. I think their almond croissants are very good.
Almond croissant's really good.
But the caramel brookies are ridiculous.
Oh, we ate the almond croissant the next day.
But we went for a walk on the Sacramento River Trail.
Oh, we did. That was such a nice trail to walk on.
Wasn't that the trail that you found the stroller for Sandy that you liked so much? Or am I wrong?
You're wrong. That is the trail that when we parked, the bicycles, the e-bikes came ripping through.
Oh,
that was trying to pull in.
That was a really nice trail. It's just too bad that it's ruined by idiots on bikes.
These people were going. Jake was like pulling into the parking lot in the van to try to park, and these people came. You had to go through the parking lot to connect two parts of the trail, and these people came ripping through on their e-bikes, probably going 20 miles an hour. And just ripped right in front of you while you're trying to park in this narrow parking lot in the big van, and they just like stared at us like we were doing something wrong. Bro, get out of here.
Not the first time I've wanted to run people on bicycles over, and probably not the last time. But the Sacramento River Trail is a really nice trail. It's really wide. It was paved.
It was along the river,
It was
which is
along
nice.
the river. It was pretty.
And it's super long. Like, we walked just a couple of miles of it, but it's really, really long. It connects a bunch of... It's the Sacramento River Trail, but it's in Redding. Because the Sacramento River runs through Redding. So, yeah, that was really enjoyable.
Yeah, it was a cool little trail. I enjoyed that. And then that was whenever we left and we went to... We tried going and finding wine, and we went to the really expensive wine shop first, and decided not to get anything from there because their cheap wine was like $40 or $50
out of our price range.
And then ended up going to Trader Joe's.
And I got
Trader Joe's and got us a couple of
bottles of white.
Yeah, and then we ended up at Home Depot and drank nog and recorded an episode.
Oh, that's the next day.
So that would be October 11th.
Yeah, and my brookie, that brookie is so good. Caramel brookie.
The caramel brookie is really good. The caramel brookie was better than the...
You can't have this right now because you need to tell me what we did the next morning because I don't know where this is from.
We went to Donut House and got my apple fritter and a glazed donut and a chocolate donut.
We didn't even take... I don't have a picture of the donuts.
And donut holes. Where did we just go just recently? Like, not...
Not on this trip.
Oh, no, it was Honeybee, where we got a glazed, like a sugar glazed chocolate donut that was so good. Oh my God. Honeybee's going to get the best donuts of the year. They won me over with that donut. I realize what I'm saying right now.
But what about Sonny's?
I know, Sonny's is amazing. But we went to Donut House the next morning and then went and parked over by the Sundial Bridge for coffee and donuts.
Mm-hmm. And then what?
And then went to Be Kind Bakery in Dunsmuir, California for what?
That's such a cute little town.
It was a really cute town. That's the Nutella turnover that I thought was so good. And that was also where we got the super interesting fig and walnut biscuits.
That's what, a minute ago before we started recording, I said, those biscuits.
Yeah,
that was because of those.
Fig and walnut biscuits that we ate with Nana's pepper jelly. So Whitney's looking at a picture of like neon green pepper jelly spread over like cinnamon swirl biscuits that are fig and walnut. And it was amazing.
It was so good.
Pepper jelly with fig and walnut biscuits was so good.
And we got a brownie, and the brownie was really good.
The brownie was amazing. I said we should have gotten 100. I don't know if I was drunk when I made this note or not, but it said amazing brownie. Should have gotten 100.
And you know what's funny? I didn't tell you this when we were there, but when we were there and we were looking at what they have, I was like, I want a brownie. And when I said that, I meant I wanted a brownie for me. And then you ordered a brownie.
I wanted bread pudding for me.
I clarified that 17 times before you went in today. I gave you multiple opportunities.
You already know that if I'm getting bread pudding, I want bread pudding for myself. Like, there's no question about it. Do you want to share? No, I don't want to share. I will share. Do I want to? No, I don't want to share my bread pudding.
That is your own fault. I gave you the opportunity to speak up. You're a strong, independent man. You can tell me you don't want to share your bread pudding.
In perpetuity, I do not. I will, because I love you, but I don't want to share my bread pudding.
Noted. Should have said that earlier, because now you have to share your bread pudding, because I don't have dessert for tonight.
And what we did next was the Gray Butte hike.
I never looked into this, but do you remember the sign in Dunsmuir, which is a super cute little town north of Reading? They had a sign there that said something like cleanest water on earth or something like that. I need to look that up. Do you remember that?
Yeah, they had a couple of things in town that were like that, didn't they? Like, not cleanest water in town, but I thought they had another, like, hyperbole type sign in town that made some kind of claim as to something in the world. But it might have just been the water.
I don't remember, but that's what I remember, and I still haven't looked it up.
But Be Kind, like bee, like a honeybee, BEE was really good. Be Kind Bakery.
We'd go back.
Yeah, go back for sure. The Nutella turnover was delicious. It was just a super flaky turnover with Nutella in it. So if you mess that up, you probably don't need to be running a bakery anyway.
I don't know. We got a turnover from Early's the first time, and it was not good.
It wasn't Nutella. It wasn't Nutella. It was an apple turnover, which, you're right, I would take a McDonald's apple pie over Early's apple turnover. But that's neither here nor there. The fig and walnut biscuits were really good. They were surprising. I don't know how much of them was a surprise, which is what made them so good. I don't know if it's the novelty that made them so good or if they were just like really good biscuits, but I think they were really good biscuits.
They were really good biscuits.
And the brownie was fantastic. Gray Butte hike, and I think that might have been the first hike we ever did with the microphones. I'm not sure. That was the one we did that was so snowy.
Yeah.
Cold, snowy. We went all the way up to the peak.
We were questioning the whole time whether we were going to go to the peak. We didn't think we were because we had the dog, and the dog was struggling.
If you watch the video, then you'll hear us say
multiple times,
at least twice, that we're not going to go the whole way.
But we went the whole way, and we were really glad. It actually got easier closer to the summit because it was wide open. So I think more of we got out of the trees, and I think more of the snow melted. So it was less snowy, and then we had really pretty views of Shasta and the surrounding area.
Yeah, hopefully I haven't edited that one yet, but hopefully I get some really cool photos from that one.
And there were icicles in the trees. Yeah, it was super cool. I'm glad we did that, even though it was difficult.
We finished at that one and went to an overlook and had lunch.
On the way, do you remember where we stopped?
I don't.
We stopped near where I got the rocks out of the road on the way up. You remember that?
Oh, I do remember we stopped.
So it wasn't even an overlook technically, it was just to pull off because there's a super wide shoulder a lot of the drive up.
Next to the woman in her car.
Yeah, with the cool pants. And ate our lunch. And then what did we do?
We went to Lake Siskiyou and parked and walked around and went to the pedestrian bridge. And then you took a quiz and studied, and I drank a barrel-aged stout and a barrel-aged barley wine.
I remember that.
I got turnt in the parking lot while you were doing schoolwork.
Yeah, and then I had to drive us to Home Depot.
And then Whitney drove us to the Fowlers campground for the night.
Apparently, I just want to stay at Home Depot.
Which
is in McLeod. You remember that? It's the one in McLeod where the waterfall hike is, going east towards Lassen.
Yep.
So that's that campground. We stayed there that night. And then we only stayed there the one night.
I'm not sure.
The next morning, was it the next morning that we got up and we were looking for poo-poo bags, and we went to you took us to the wrong waterfall, and the people stopped their car right in the drive. You remember?
Yeah, I do.
So that was that campground.
We had a late start the next morning. I had a meeting that I had to do that morning, which kind of delayed us longer than we thought because it was 30 minutes later than what I thought it was. But we went to... Do you remember going to Sojourn's Coffee in McLeod? The little shop that we went to?
What'd we get?
We got...
biscuits and cookies.
Cheddar garlic biscuits.
Is that what these are? That must be what these are.
You show me... So you take pictures of the biscuits unsliced for me, and then you show me the pictures on your phone, and it's sliced biscuits with neon green pepper jelly on it. Like I'm supposed to be able to recognize what the biscuits are that we got when they're sliced and spread with a condiment. But we got cheddar garlic biscuits. I got a ginger molasses cookie, and I got us an oatmeal chalky chip cookie, which was really good.
Yeah.
We enjoyed the oatmeal chocolate chip cookie. I think we enjoyed both. The cookie was delicious. I thought the cookie was going to be bad because it smelled kind of burned.
But that's just molasses.
Whenever we got it.
Or are you talking about the chocolate chip?
No, I'm talking about the ginger molasses. I said I would absolutely get it again. I said I would also come back for more of the oatmeal chalky chip cookies. And the biscuits were very good. Mm-hmm. And she bakes the biscuits fresh. So that was really good. That's Sojourns in McLeod, California. You're not going to share that?
I am, but you have to talk for a minute and tell me what we did next, because...
We went to Siskiyou Overlook for lunch, biscuits and cookies, and wine, and a beer.
What did we do in the morning?
What morning?
That morning. Just the coffee?
We spent most of that morning with me doing my meeting on the phone.
Gotcha.
That took us until like 10 or 10:30.
Well, then we had lunch at 1:30. That's like 3 hours just missing from our lives with no photos. Well, no, I had biscuits at 12:30 and cookies at 1:30.
Yeah, I don't know. If it's not in the notes, then there's no way.
Then we didn't do anything.
We ended up at Deadwood Shasta Tap Room for a couple of beers and for listening to the man
berate the bartender.
Yell about his PA equipment. So that was interesting. And then we tried going across the street to the little sweets shop.
They were closed.
But they were closed, so we didn't get to go over there and do that. And then my notes literally say, into the woods near Siskiyou for a camping spot.
But first we went to, what little market was this?
Oh, I didn't make a note of the market. That was the market that was in town. And I remember...
just squished a puppy dog head.
I remember now we got the chocolates and we got the cookie from her. Or we got the cookies. And my cookie that I got from her was amazing. And her caramels. We got apple cider caramels that Whitney wasn't a fan of, and I ate myself, which I thought were delicious. What's the name of it?
Pyroclastic chocolates.
Pyroclastic chocolates. And then I don't remember what kind of molasses cookie I got from her, but she said she has to make a double batch because her husband eats half of them whenever she makes them.
Oh, and I got the like double chocolate was it gluten-free? I think it was gluten-free.
Yeah, I think yours might have been a gluten-free cookie.
But it was good.
It was on the crisp side. Mine was on the soft side. Yours was on the crisp side.
And then we went into the woods near Lake
Siskiyou.
That's Siskiyou, right?
Yeah.
And stayed there in the night. If you go beyond the lake, it's BLM land, so you can camp for free for up to 14 days. So we did that. Stayed there that night, and then the plan was... I just got a big old whiff of funky dog breath. And then stop licking, little girl. And then the plan was to go paddleboarding on Lake Siskiyou that morning.
That didn't work out.
That did not happen. It was cold.
Oh, it was all rainy the day before.
Yeah, that's why we didn't do much, because it just rained. That's why we just sat. Just sat. Hang on.
We got to get the dog off the bed.
You can keep talking. We were going to paddleboard that morning. But we were waiting for it to warm up because it was like in the 30s or 40s when we got up. And then we were waiting for the sun to come up fully and warm up. And so we decided to go for a walk with the dog.
Walking at Siskiyou, waiting for the weather to get better. Oh, and the wind.
And then it just got windier and windier, and it would not have been a good day paddleboarding. So we decided to forego paddleboarding.
And then we just started driving. So we ended up in Wairika. And we went to Minor Street Meat Market. We got a sandwich.
I go back and forth. Like, the sandwich tasted good.
I wouldn't have to have it again.
It was so messy.
If we went back, I would get more sausage. I wouldn't get another sandwich. And I say sausage, the only thing we got from there was the jalapeno cheddar. Was the jalapeno cheddar dogs, which I really like. You don't seem to be a huge fan of.
I'm going to try it again tonight, but I'm going to eat it before the sausage. The texture just didn't work for me.
But all they really had in the way of sausage was dogs.
Well, no, you remember we didn't even get what we wanted because we didn't realize it was, what did we get?
We got jalapeno cheddar dogs.
And they had jalapeno... Do you remember they had...
I know the wording was different, but I don't remember what it was.
Jalapeno pepper jack.
They had
sausages.
Oh, and I kept asking for jalapeno cheddar, which is why we got the dogs.
Yeah.
So yeah, we got the jalapeno cheddar dogs. They had jalapeno
pepper
jack
sausages,
so
which is what we wanted.
Which I would go back and try those. I wouldn't get another sandwich. I'd get more dogs and I would get more sausages.
You can't get more dogs if I'm not going to eat them.
And then that
throws things all off.
We went to Kathy's Deli and Bakery in Montauk, which is right near Wairika.
Do you want a tip on the card?
Oh yeah, the little girl sitting behind the counter.
I just can't.
We got a maple bar, we got an apple fritter, we got a glazed cake, and we got a chocolate sprinkle cake. And the maple bar I said I wouldn't get again. The apple fritter did not get eaten. You took one bite. I didn't even take a bite.
That's what we ate at home.
I didn't even give it a shot. The apple fritter did not get eaten. I said the glazed cake was really good, and I said the chocolate sprinkle cake was a really good cake donut.
I hope you weren't planning on laying down again.
And then we also went to Shasta Valley Meats in Montauk, California for...
Montague?
Why wouldn't it be Montauk? Montague, California, for smoked cheddar jalapeno brats and smoked garlic brats, which we have not gotten into.
Okay.
And ended up going to so we left that area and now we're traveling into the Talent/Ashland, Oregon area. So we went north.
On I-5 up into, Oregon.
And we went over to Emigrant Lake Trailhead to Songer Butte.
Which was a nice little hike.
The south side of Ashland.
The water in Immigrant Lake, I mean, this is my first time really looking at Immigrant Lake, but the water looked crazy low. Granted, this is the middle of October, so it's expected. But it was a pleasant hike, and it was short. And we were able to do it with Sandy.
We were.
And we sat up there, and I think, didn't we have a couple beers?
We had a couple of beers up there. And then that whole time, I was messaging with G, and we ended up... I invited us to stay at G's house that night in front of his house. And we ended up, waylaying him and Christina into going to the bar.
The Talent Club.
The Talent Club.
Not a strip club.
To get a couple of beers. And then we ended up going back to G's house and drank a couple of more beers over there. And had a most excellent time. And now we're getting into one of my favorite storylines of late, which the next day we were driving and trying to find our way to Puck's Donuts, and I was taking us to Puck's Donuts. Unbeknownst to me, there were multiple locations. I was trying to take us to Puck's Donuts in Medford, when in fact there was a Puck's Donuts in Ashland?
In Phoenix.
In Phoenix, which is in the same Ashland Talent area that we're already in. And being slightly hungover, I wanted something savory the next morning. And Whitney looked at Google Maps and saw that a taco shop that we had passed, Lucy's Tacos, was open and had breakfast burritos and was highly rated.
And was super highly rated.
So
wasn't that when you were like, oh, we just passed Lucy's Tacos? And
Yeah.
I was like, where are you taking us? Because it's right next to Puck's. And that was when we discovered.
So you said just go to Lucy's Tacos. It's highly rated. You want something savory, and they have breakfast burritos. So I go over there, and I
stayed in. I want the record to show. I stayed in the van with the dog.
Whitney stayed
while
in
these
the-
decisions were being made.
Whitney stayed in the van. What did I say the name of the tacos were?
Oh, I don't remember that.
They weren't monster tacos. They were whatever the name was. The name should have given it away. I thought the name alluded to the fact that it was just chock full of meat. But I got the one that had ham, bacon, and sausage in it. And they were $12 a piece. And I was just like, oh, they're only $12 because it has all this meat. It's not going to be that big of a burrito. And then she hands me the bag, and the bag weighs 6 pounds.
It was so much.
2 burritos. So we got our Lucy's Tacos, our Lucy's breakfast burritos, and then drove over to Puck's Donuts and got a chocolate glazed yeast donut, a blueberry old fashioned, a crumb cake, an apple fritter, and a cinnamon twist, which the cinnamon twist was not glazed and then coated with cinnamon. It was just
cinnamon sugar.
A cinnamon twist.
So it was just kind of dry.
Donut that was just kind of dry. The chocolate glazed wasn't my favorite. The blueberry had
Is that
a
the
weird flavor to me.
Is that the one that I said tasted like I was eating a Jiffy muffin mix?
I'm not sure,
muffin?
because I've said this before about another blueberry blueberry donut that we've had recently, and I thought the blueberry old fashioned itself was amazing, but I just don't need it in the blueberry flavor again. I didn't leave a note for the crumb cake, but I'm sure it was delicious because we love crumb cake stuff. I said that the apple fritter was an excellent fritter. I thought it was sweet and moist, and I said I would get it again. But I don't know what you said about it. But I enjoyed Puck's apple fritter very much. So Whitney's showing me a picture of her holding a
3-pound burrito.
What can only be described as a phallically shaped massive breakfast burrito. Yeah. easily over 2 pounds. 2.5, 3 pounds, massive burrito.
Did you already say we went to Blue Heron Park for breakfast?
No, I haven't made it there yet.
So after we got our donuts, we went and parked at Blue Heron Park right down the road, which was a really cool park.
What would you say about Lucy's burritos, though? Because we haven't said anything about what we thought of the burritos.
They
we
were
said
great.
how
We
big
added
they
hot
were.
honey, and they were delicious.
We added hot honey.
If you haven't had a breakfast burrito with hot honey on it, you're doing yourself a disservice, and you need to try it.
So I ate my entire burrito. Whitney only ate half.
And then you were jealous.
I know, but I ate my entire burrito and then ate donuts. But the burrito, I would go back to Lucy's for sure.
Yeah, if we wanted something like that.
Nothing would stop me from going back. I would...
And you would order...
One
breakfast burrito.
I would order one breakfast burrito when we would... I would eat 2/3 of it and you could have a third.
It depends on how hungry I am that day.
Yeah, if you're very hungry, then you're only going to eat a third of it. If you're not hungry, then you'll be like, I can eat the whole thing. And then you'll be like, my tummy hurts. But we went to the Blue Heron Park.
Which is on the Bear Creek Greenway. So we sat and ate our breakfast, and then we went and walked. The Bear Creek Greenway runs for...
We love the Bear Creek.
I don't know, 20-something miles. It runs from like Ashland... No, maybe not Ashland. Maybe it does, I don't know. Ashland-ish to Medford. And it's paved the whole way. So we walked for... I don't know, a couple miles with Sandy to get some steps in.
Yeah, I didn't say how far we walked.
And then played on the playground.
Played on the playground.
Yes, the playground was great.
Because they had a swing on rails.
It was like a zip line, swing zip line, kind of, on a rail. And you could just swing back and forth and swing and slide. And it was...
You and Sandy swang together.
And she loved it. That was super fun.
So we played
I enjoyed that.
We played at Blue Heron, and then upon the recommendation of Christina and G, we went to Clyde's Corner, and I got a michelada, Whitney got a marg, and then we shared a cheesy focaccia.
That was so good.
And a pizza.
A pepperoni, and did we get them to put hot honey on it?
Yeah, we got hot honey on it.
Pep and hot honey.
Do you remember the hot honey came in the giant ramekin on the side,
yeah,
and we had to add it ourselves?
And we
got ranch, and we also got a chimichurri,
which were both delicious.
That G recommended, and the chimichurri was amazing. The ranch was really good, but I think I preferred the chimichurri.
The whole stop was just excellent.
It was an amazing recommendation, and everything we got was so good. The michelada, so good. And I got it spicy. So this is the thing. We went to REI, and you went in.
Yeah, because I wanted to try on Zero shoes.
So you wanted to look at shoes, and then we went over and had the van looked at.
Oh, yeah.
Which...
all worked out.
All worked out just fine. And then on the way back through Grants Pass, we stopped at Cartwright's for Italian sausage and brats, which we've eaten, and they were good. We enjoyed them. Mm-hmm. Those are the ones that we had on the last trip that I cooked because they were just loose in the bag.
Yeah.
And we enjoyed them very much. So I would go back to Cartwright's for more sausage. It's just disappointing that they don't vacuum seal their stuff, so it's a little sketchier putting it in the freezer and having to worry about storage for long term.
Right.
All right. So this is technically the end of this trip. That is 10:10 through 10:15.
I don't know where we're going with this.
Well, what I wanted to work in was the next trip that I wanted to add in, which if you go to October 23rd.
Ice cream.
We went and got B-dubs, and then that was the same day that we went and did the Block 15 Tap Takeover and Bingo Night at Growler King.
Oh, yeah. We played bingo.
And this was the next stretch of days that we had off that I wanted to turn into a whole nother episode, but all I got in this was B-dubs, the Growler King, Block 15 Tap Takeover, which was fantastic, super fun. Christina came up there. We hung out with Christina. G was working. I think G had a blast that night. He was super busy. He had a good turnout. I don't know how all the turnouts are for everything for what he does, but I felt like that was a pretty good turnout. I got a hat. We got koozies that we just gave to Taylor and told Taylor to give away to bar customers. We went to Valley of the Rogue State Park for the night, which Whitney finally realized was in between
Such a ding dong.
Medford and Ashland, which is a state park that we can stay at for free. And then the next thing I have is Donut Land in Grants Pass, Oregon. Everything was excellent. Oh, it's that video. So Whitney has a video. If Whitney feels so inclined, it's on my phone, so I guess I could post it. I was going to say Whitney could post it on social media and people could see Sandy getting her head stuck in a donut bag in the van.
Trying to get the glaze.
But I said that Donut Land, everything was excellent. The only thing I wouldn't have to have again was the fritter. I didn't think the fritter was all that great.
Both disappointed in the fritter.
It was too crispy, not enough soft bits, but the flavor was great. But we got donut holes, which I really liked, a glazed old-fashioned, a regular glazed, a chocolate glazed, and then the apple fritter. And then is there anything from that trip else that you want to talk about? Or is that it? Are we done with this stretch of days off? Your marble?
We found a
Talk
marble.
about your marble.
We found a marble. There was a marble that's been hidden for, 6 months, I think.
Since
I said
April?
since May. In Grants Pass. So we found that. And then do you remember what else we did on that stretch off?
No, because I don't have it in my notes.
Let me remind you.
Oh, so Whitney decided that she was just scrolling on Facebook or something and probably saw an ad and decided she wanted to go to Monster Trucks.
It was Saturday, and it was crappy weather, and we didn't have anything to do, and an ad popped up for the Monster Truck show in Eureka. I was like, you want to go see Monster Trucks later? So we went to the Monster Truck show.
It
was alright.
It was fun.
We got a cheap beer.
We got a cheap beer. We got cheap French fries. I mean, we got a beer and French fries for $10. They were hand-cut, crispy French fries.
They were really good fries.
They were excellent fries.
And we stayed down there that night.
We stayed down there that night at Costco and then got up the next morning and went to Elle's Kitchen in Fortuna, California, which we've talked about and done a Dirty Filthy Van Life food review for, which wasn't in the van, so it was really just a Dirty Filthy food review. And we got their scramble that we like so much that's covered in sausage gravy, and Whitney let me get a pumpkin pancake that we added pecans to.
And it was better than their normal pancake.
So good. It was very good. I want to go back. It was very, very good. What else did we do? What else are we missing?
What is all this? Where'd we go?
Wait. Damn, you don't listen. Oh, where did that come? Stop. Let me look at that. It's the bourbon. Oh, that's the one in. Hold on. Talk. Let me figure this out.
We got what appears to be. Was it a jalapeno cheddar croissant? Yeah, we got a jalapeno cheddar croissant.
Yeah, that was the place you wanted to go for your jalapeno cheddar croissants. I need to go south far enough to find it. I can't remember the name of it.
Did all this stuff come from that same place?
It all came from the same place.
Who's going to find it first? I don't know if it ever got saved. Hurry.
Oh, if it's not saved, I'm not going to be able to find it.
Cafe Phoenix? No, that doesn't
sound right. What was it?
I'm working on it.
Was it in Arcata or was it?
It was in Arcata.
Was it?
Cafe Brio.
It was Cafe Brio.
We went to Cafe Brio and we got a jalapeno cheddar croissant, a pumpkin cream cheese bread,
which I thought was really good. That was the bourbon pumpkin pie,
a sticky bun,
and a brownie.
And they were good. And then We found another marble somewhere.
October 27th. Let me see.
Huh, there's no location. Weird. Oh, and then the next day I did a 10-mile run and died. And that was it. That was our trip.
Oh, I don't even have October 27th as saved for that picture for a marble. So I must not have recorded it, which would be surprising.
Well,
I have
not if it
October
wasn't on a hike.
I have October 28th.
I'm trying to remember.
But we hid a marble. That was October 28th was the day we did Relum Ridge in order to hide the marble.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. But
No, that's the marble. We hid that marble on the 27th.
I have the 28th.
On the 28th, I did my 10-mile run.
Oh. Well, let me fix this.
Let me look and make sure that that's the marble that we hid. That's the, yeah, that's the Nick Martinson that we hid on Relum Ridge.
Oh, and Joy went and got it.
Yeah, Joy went and got it.
Oh, so that one's already found?
Yeah.
Huh. Okay. But that's the end of the trip.
That's the end of 2 trips.
That's the end. Well, 1 trip and a stretch of days off.
Yeah, we didn't do anything like big for that trip because it was just literally rain everywhere. And I was off for like 6 days, so we just decided to make the most of it and kind of stay at home some. I think we had a Zola's date. No, maybe not. Maybe, I don't remember.
I'm not sure.
That's it.
That's the end of that trip. That was it. That was all. I was going to say something, but I don't remember what now. I don't know.
I don't either.
Say bye.
Bye.